I don't know why I brought this up too. I'm really excited about this. This is the reason why I'm most excited to be here. See, Phil, I'm saving money, free charger. I'm just gonna do a little quick, 45-hour speech. Hope you guys are ready. When I first met Phil, I had $26,000 in my bank account. I remember exactly. And I went in there and I said, do I have enough to invest? And he kind of laughed at me, but for some reason saw something in me and worked as my business manager for free for the first 2 or 3 years. Took zero commission. God, I'm short. Hold on. Took zero commission or anything, and held my hand through all these insane questions I had. I remember the first thing I said to him was, am I going to be as successful as Flo Rida? That was my one question. I don't know why he was my pinnacle, but he was.
Last night, the Variety Business Manager of the Year awards unfolded in a swirl of glamour, anticipation, and the kind of electricity that only the entertainment world can conjure. The air was thick with whispers about who might make a surprise appearance and which industry secrets will be revealed under the gilded lights of the grand ballroom. No one, not even the most seasoned insiders, could have predicted the moment that would stop time, capturing the hearts of all present and sending a ripple of excitement far beyond the velvet ropes. Music producer Benny Blanco, already a legend for his uncanny knack for crafting chart toppers, took the stage not as a mysterious maestro behind the scenes, but as a man on the edge of a new beginning. In a room that buzzed with egos and ambition, he spoke with a vulnerability and joy that instantly silenced the crowd. He wasn't just there to honor his longtime friend and business manager, Phil Sarna. He had news, life-altering, joy-bringing, future-shaping news. He and his wife, the luminous Selena Gomez, were expecting a baby boy. The revelation hit with the force of summer storm, unexpected but wholly welcome, and the reaction was immediate. Applause thundered through the room, glasses clinked, and for a heartbeat, the relentless competition to show business gave way to something warm and communal. Selena, radiant and visibly moved, joined Benny on stage, their embrace more than just a display for the cameras. It was a shared declaration that despite the pressures and pitfalls of fame, love and hope could still shine the brightest. Around them, the crowd, so often guarded by necessity, let their walls down, caught up in a wave of happiness that swept the hall. For Benny, who had spent years in the shadows of celebrity, this was a new spotlight, one defined not by sales or streams, but by the promise of family. Yet the magic of the night didn't stop at Benny's announcement. With his arm around Selena, Benny turned to Phil Sarna, the man who has quietly orchestrated his career with wisdom and loyalty. The award Benny handed Phil wasn't just a trophy. It was a symbol of trust built over years of late-night calls, tough negotiations, and shared dreams. Phil's acceptance speech was a masterclass in humility and gratitude. He spoke not as a power broker, but as a friend who had witnessed Benny's growth from hungry young producer to husband and soon-to-be father. It was a moment that underscored one of the industry's most important truths. Behind every artist's meteoric rise is a team of steadfast believers, and sometimes those relationships run as deep as family. As news of the pregnancy rippled out into the digital universe, social media caught fire. Hashtags trended, heartfelt messages poured in from fans and celebrities alike. Taylor Swift, never one to miss a friend's milestone, posted a sweet note of congratulations, her words echoing the excitement of millions. Ariana Grande chimed in with her trademark warmth, predicting that Benny and Selena will be the kind of parents who fill their child's life with music, laughter, and unconditional love. The couple, for their part, responded with a message brimming with humility and gratitude, thanking the world for sharing in their happiness and hinting at the excitement and nervousness that comes with impending parenthood. What makes Benny and Selena's story so captivating isn't just their star power. It's the authenticity they bring to a world often criticized for its superficiality. Both have faced their demons in the public eye. Selena's candidness about her battles with lupus and mental health, Benny's quiet admissions about the toll of constant pressure and perfectionism. By sharing their struggles, they've given fans permission to embrace their own vulnerabilities, turning their narrative into something bigger than themselves. Now, As they step into the unknowns of parenthood, they do so with the kind of openness that has made them not just admired, but loved. Insiders say that Selena, ever the planner, has already begun transforming a corner of their home into a dream nursery, poring over color palettes and debating the merits of lullaby playlists. Benny, equal parts nervous and elated, has been devouring parenting books, determined to be the kind of dad who is present for every first word, every scraped knee, every bedtime story. Friends describe them as grounded, anchored by a shared sense of humor, and a deep commitment to each other that has only grown stronger under the public microscope. For all their accomplishments, it's clear that the roles they are most eager to embrace now are those of mom and dad. That sense of anticipation, of standing at the cusp of something extraordinary, permeated the award ceremony. Even as Phil Sarna accepted his accolade, he took a moment to reflect on the journey he and Benny had traveled together. In an industry notorious for short-lived alliances and shifting loyalties, their partnership stood out as a testament to what's possible when trust and integrity come first. Phil's words, modest and heartfelt, drew nods from the crowd, many of whom know all too well how rare such bonds can be. It was a quiet reminder that success isn't just about headline-grabbing deals, but about the relationships that endure long after the spotlight has moved on. As the evening wore on, the conversations in the corners of the ballroom shifted from business to baby names, from contracts to cribs. Industry giants, artists, and executives who spend their days negotiating and strategizing let themselves be swept up in something softer, a collective hope for the future, embodied by the soon-to-arrive child of two of music's brightest stars. There was talk of what kind of lullabies Benny might write, whether the baby would inherit Selena's unmistakable voice, and how the couple's journey might inspire a new generation of fans to believe in love, resilience, and the power of new beginnings. The impact of Benny and Selena's announcement reached far beyond the walls of the awards show. Fans around the world found themselves swept up in the joy, sharing stories of how the couple's openness about their struggles had helped them through difficult times. In a world that can often feel divided and uncertain, their story became a beacon of hope, a reminder that happiness, hard-won and genuine, is still possible. As one fan wrote, "If Benny and Selena can find joy after everything they've been through, maybe there's hope for the rest of us." As for Phil Sarna, his recognition as Business Manager of the Year was more than just a professional milestone. It was validation of a career built on doing things the right way, even when it wasn't the easiest path. He's the kind of figure who rarely seeks the spotlight, yet the industry's biggest stars rely on his expertise and steadiness to navigate the unpredictable tides of fame and fortune. His partnership with Benny, now strengthened by a new chapter in both their lives, stands as an example for anyone hoping to build something that lasts. As the night drew to a close and the last notes of music faded, there lingered a sense that something truly significant had occurred. The Variety Business Manager of the Year Awards had delivered a dose of real-life magic, a moment when the manufactured glitz of show business gave way to something unguarded and true. Benny and Selena, arm in arm, left the stage not just as stars, but as soon-to-be parents, ready to face the unknown with the same courage and grace that defined their journey so far. In the end, it wasn't just about awards or accolades. It was about family, friendship, and the kind of hope that makes even the biggest headlines feel personal. In a world hungry for stories that uplift and inspire, theirs is one that will be told and retold. A reminder that behind every big announcement is a quiet, beautiful beginning.
Good night, Chris.